Okay, so a solo indie dev just discovered that Google's AI somehow knew a highly specific, unreleased character name from their game, a name that only existed inside a private Google Doc. Let's get into it, boys. Shoutouts to Kotaku for the article. Before we get into this, though, I would politely ask that you guys like and subscribe if you're sick and tired of AI seeping into everything that you love. Here on this channel, I like to cover this stuff every single day, so if you guys are as tired of this junk as I am, be sure to stick around. Okay, so a solo indie dev behind a relatively small game has revealed that somehow Google's AI had gained access to and shared unrevealed information about their own game. Naturally, said developer was completely baffled to learn that this was the case, especially when the only place where the info exists in a digital form was within a private Google document. This information comes via a Reddit thread written by developer Club Cough, the studio, the solo dev behind the tower defense game Operation Octo on Steam. As Club Cough explained, they spotted that a user in their Discord server had been asking Google AI some questions about Operation Octo and received some obscure info that should not be available in a response. Out of curiosity, I chimed in and asked the player to ask the AI about future contents of my game, continued Club Kofta, and somehow the AI spitted out the exact and highly specific character name, Vantage Tripod, which I had never mentioned to anyone. As far as I know, the only place where the info exists is in a digital form inside one of my own Google documents, and this was not me speaking to the AI. So, yeah, Google's AI apparently has the ability to dig up private information provided it's in Google's own ecosystem. And Google's ecosystem is pretty goddamn big, as you should know. So yeah, in this small situation, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but if you think about it for more than a nanosecond, this is absolutely terrifying. And theoretically, this could be used, weaponized, and exploited for very extremely disastrous circumstances. Google has directly denied that information in your Google Drive, or any Google service for that matter, can be used to train its AI models. In 2023, Google's product VP, Yuli Kwan Kim, stated that Google does not use your workspace data to train or improve the underlying Gen AI and large language models that power Bard, Search, and other systems outside of Workspace without permission. So, if that's the case, is Club Kofta simply mistaken? It's possible that they are, but there's a far more likely explanation. The quote I just shared with you is woefully out of date. This isn't a case of me trying to mislead you, as Yuli Kwan Kim's statement is the most up-to-date official statement I could find published on Google's official blog. It turns out that Google has officially announced changes to its AI training policies, though. It's just that said information came in the form of an email. As TechCrunch covered in July, Google announced via a customer email in June that it now uses your saved history and media to write, develop, and improve its services, such as training Gen AI models to protect Google, its users, and the public with the help of human reviewers. Oh, and by the way, that setting is opt-out, not opt-in, which means that you've probably been automatically signed up to share this info with Google already if you're signed up with any of its services. Like I said, a massive ecosystem used by millions and billions. This is obviously going to be a disaster waiting to happen. But hey, here's a direct link to the Google personalization setting if you'd like to turn that crap off. And yeah, I'm gonna do myself a favor and do that as soon as this video's over. But yeah, that about wraps up the article, and I gotta say, holy shit, is privacy not a thing anymore? Look, when a developer's private Google document becomes training data for an AI model, that is straight up a breach of trust. And the sad thing is that this story is so under the radar that I don't think anyone's gonna pay mind or notice or even learn about this freaking opt-out thing. That's the most fucked up thing about all this, is, in my opinion. What I want to say is that, if folks like us shout loud enough, then eventually Google's going to get exposed for doing this nasty ass crap. But at this point, the story, like I said, the story is so freaking obscure at this point that I don't think people are even going to notice. Like, it's got to be some super famous YouTuber's got to bring it up or something. But yeah, man, those are my thoughts. What are y'all's? Whatever it is, be sure to let me know in the comment section. But past that, that's going to wrap this one up. This is Jack Talks Back, signing out. You guys have a good one.